section we are going to solve a programming problem. I'm doing this stream because I want to challenge myself into doing stuff and not leaving them behind, you know. So this should be a very easy problem to solve. So what does it want? So first we need to look at the input and output. Like it has 3 numbers in a line, then another 3 numbers in a line, then 0, 1, 2, and the output is like 2, 3, 1. What the hell is this though? Let's see this. First line is 3 space separated integers n, k, and q. Second line contains n space integers, array element. Okay. So we enter n, q, and n is the number of elements, right? And k is something, and each of the q subsequent lines contain a single integer denoting m. That is m. Okay, so these 3 lines are like 3. This is q, right? So there should be 3 subsequent lines after the array. So this is like 3. So this is 3. So there should be like 3 integers input. And this is 2. I don't really know what that is, but what we know is that this is 3. So there's 3 lines. The first, okay, so rotation, right? So each query, so the array is 1, 2, 3, and after the first rotation the array becomes 3, 1, 2. After the second rotation it becomes what? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright, that makes sense. So we see that 1 moved from here to here, 2 from here, and 3 went from the last place to the first place. So what so we have to do the rotation 2 times because k is equals 2, right? K equals 2, so we have to do the rotation like 2 times. So in this case what we can do is we can first we take the inputs, right? Alright, so first we take the inputs. We already have some code made in for us, but well, we want to take it in anyway without making this whatever that is. Let's see. Alright, so we take 3 integers first. I'm using so let's test if it's working out or not. Let's run. There you go. There you go. It works. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to take 3 inputs. So let's create a scanner. What? Yeah, import like scanner scan. Right, so we import a scanner, then we say int n. What is wrong with this one? Alright, next. Sorry. Int k is equals scan. Next int q is equals scan. Next int. So we have 3 whatever this is. Now what we need to do is we need to take n integers, right? and store them in an array. So we can look at this for reference, and we can like make something out of it. So we are creating an array and taking in the whatever that's necessary, right? So let me declare a class. I mean int I call it a, right, as given here, and new integer n. So the size is n. So for let's run a for loop to declare this 0 I smaller than n. My programming is really rusty right now. I haven't coded for like 4 years. And I don't really code in Java. I'm a C programmer, so it's a little bit confusing to build programs in a new language. But if you want to learn a new language, you need to, you know, start building programs on it. Otherwise, you can't really make it work. AI is equals scan. I think it's scan, right? Yeah, scan. Next int. Yeah, so we are scanning 3 integers from the line and storing them in A. So now we need to know how many times we need to rotate the function, right? So we can run a for loop, and then we can make like changes. So let's say we have like, what do we need to do a rotation? Let's say we have like a lot of numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to rotate this, what's going to happen is the 5 will come here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for let's try another sample. Let's try 1, 2, 3, and then the 3 will come here, 1, 2. In both of the sections, what happens is that the last one goes to the first block, and the rest 4 just shifts to the right. This is what's happening for like these sections, right? So if we can store the last variable and then like run a sweep from these like, my head is not working right now. If we exchange this variable, like let's take it from here and keep it here, and then we can just run for loops, right? So we know the length is n, right? N, and the when it comes to like n minus 1, when it comes to n minus 1, we can exchange, right? Yes, pretty much. I think so. Okay, so what we can do is we can store, like, let's try this out. Okay, so we can store a last, right? Well, it depends. It depends on every the number of rotations, right? So after each rotation, and last int is equals what's there? A n minus 1, I think, right? This is the last integer, and for after this happens, like, then in this case we store 5 as the last integer, right? Last int becomes 5. So after that, what we can do is, like, you have to know that this index is like this. So number 4, like, can I bold this? I can perform anything on these things. These are like plain text. Never mind. So number 4 is the 5. So what we're doing here is that the index 0, we can store, like, if we store index 0, then 1 will be lost. But we already stored this value, so we can just, you know, push this one step ahead. So what we can do is we can start a new array. Well, this is a better idea to store in a new array, because if we want to store on this array, then what will happen is that we will lose the value, right? We can't even exchange the numbers. Like, okay, so we can start from 5. Yeah, I think that would be a better idea. Like, we can start from n minus 1. Yeah, let's try that. Equals n minus 1. Alright, I have to put an int I greater than equals 0. I minus minus, right? So we're starting from like n minus 1, and we have to like let's do this. A n minus 1 equals a n minus 2. No. N minus 1 is equals I. This will not change. I is equals a n minus 2. How about this? Like, we assign this value to, like, so to 5 we are going to assign 4, to 4 we are going to assign 3, to 3 we are going to assign 2, and to 2 we are going to assign 1. And when it becomes 1, if right, I equals 0, this is gonna trigger, let's say, last int. How about that? Last int a I equals last int. How about this? So this is 1 rotation, right? This is 1 rotation, and after that we can just, you know, print the entire array to see if the rotation worked. Alright, let's see. Alright, my bad. AI, let's print AI. And let's type, let's system out print line, not print line, let's print AI. How about this? So we're going to print this rotated array. Let's see if it works out. The value of can q does not really matter right now because we didn't really do that. We are just taking n and trying to rotate it 1 time. So if the rotation works, then we can just, you know, like do this like multiple times. So let's try running this. What the hell? Alright, yeah, my bad. Right, I forget. Yeah, it is working now. So we're going to input how about three integers, right? So 3, 4, 1. Okay, so we are going for 1 2 3 again. 1 2 3. Okay, there's some problem right here. So we did take 3 integers, right? And 3 integers. 0. Yeah, scan next int. Okay. Alright. This should be doing like 1 rotation, right? 1 n minus 1. And 4 I equals n minus 1. Should I use a bracket here? I don't know. No thanks. I minus 2? No, I minus 1. What am I doing? What the hell? Let's try again. 2, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Index bound exception. I don't really know what's triggering this though, right? Then again, if I equals 0, then we can like so we are going down, but what's wrong with this? Like, what the hell? N minus 1. So this becomes like 2, right? So 2. A2 is equals like, we are storing in A2 A1. Then this becomes like 1, like 1 A0. All right. So I have to put this before this section, because when it becomes 0, let's see the other one. So when it becomes 0, it's gonna like be like A0 is equal, say A minus 1. So we don't really want this to happen, right? We don't want that to happen. We are just going to assign this. So this if should come before this, and after this happens, it should break. So all right, let's copy this up. I think I understand the problem now, and if it doesn't work after that, then it's too bad. Like, let's do a break statement. So after this happens, we are going to break this this loop. Right, let's see. Hopefully this works out right now. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. As you can see that it worked out. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a space between 3, 2, 1. So 3, 2, 1, did it work out? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it did work out. So we are going to add a space between these. So add a plus, a little bit of space. Let's try again. 3, 1, 2, whatever this is. 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2. Yes, it worked out. So we're going to try the 5 variable right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if it gives this output. So the number of rotations should be like this time, right? So let's try this one out. So this is we have to give 5 variables. This is 5, and the other 2 doesn't matter because we are not taking them. You can give whatever you want. I'm going for 0. Then I'm going to give 5 variable 3, 4, 5, and 5, 1. Yeah, it worked out. So our rotation worked. So we did only 1 rotation this time, and if we want to do 2 rotations, what we are going to do is we have to, like, this is the rotation, right? This is 1 rotation. So if we want to do it like 2 times, we have to run this like 2 times. If we run this 2 times, then there will be like 2 rotations, right? So let's do this. Let's add the rotations. Okay, for int, should I use I or something else? I think I should be using something else. Let's use j. J equals 0. J smaller than k. J smaller than k. J plus plus. Okay. Alright. So we have to indent the code a little bit to, like, you know, make it look a little bit better. So this is the for loop, and we are running this k times. So if the rotation is 1, then we are going to run 1 time. If the rotation is 2, then we are going to run 2 times. So that's the amount of rotations we're going to do. Next, is the output. So we should not be able to. We should not be outputting all of the like code. So M Q subsequent lines contain single digit denoting M. So Q subsequent lines. So we these are the arrays that we are going to use, right? So this is the input. This is the input. So we have to like print these like A0, A1 and A2. We have to print them, so we have to store them in an array. M number of Q number of inputs. So let's take the inputs now. Right, Q, right. So M number of inputs, I have to declare another variable M, int M is equals new int Q, because there will be like Q number of M's, so we have to take input as well. So we take 3 inputs, then we take this, then we take another one like this, right? So I is equals IQ, this will be Q, and this will be M, right? So for each M, we are going to have like 0, 1, 2, 3, something like that in the M, and we are going to output the Q number of whatever this is. So I equals 0, I equals how many integers are there? Like there are Q integers, right? So clear A, there will be I into M, I think this should work out. How about that? And this should have a new line. It's great that so many things work out like C in Java, so it makes it's a lot easier if you learn C first, like me. So I've made a lot of changes in this code and I hope it works. If it doesn't work, then it will be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so it did work. Let's try these inputs. 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it did work out. Okay, this is not easy, but it was pretty easy actually, right? So we just made a rotation, then we made it rotate k times, then we took the output, like we have to give output to like mi, like m can be like 0, 1, 2, and we are going to run this q times and output mi, right, in a serial and add a new line for the inner, like for every one of them to go into the new line. So now we have to test our code if it runs or something. So void main. Alright, so everything inside void main we need to copy. Right, void main scanner scan. So this is our own code. Alright, let's try this. Let's run code. Hopefully it works. Compile time error, what the hell? Alright, I think I missed one extra. Yeah, I missed one of these, like I don't know how it got missed, but I missed somehow. Okay, so test case 0, it passed. Let's go to the harder one. Let's try submitting our code. So here it's gonna be tested against these test cases, and we're gonna check if it all passes or fails. If it fails, then we have to change the code to see like what's causing the failure. Alright, we failed these cases. I don't know how many inputs these guys are giving. Like, this is timing out. Alright, I didn't want to say this, honestly. Yeah, I want to buy them for free. See the input and expected output. Oh my god. What the hell is this? What the fuck? How does that even work? Which one is it? Like, this is the input or this is the output? Oh my god, I think this is the input. Yeah, this is the input. This is the output. If you're giving me so many numbers, like, how am I supposed to process all of them? And like, the hell? The hell, man? Seriously? Now I don't even know why my code like timed out. I might need to make some adjustments. What kind of adjustment can I make? I don't really know. Like, what the hell? Cool. What adjustments can you make in this code? I'm making like K rotations here already. Okay. I did make the rotations. I think my code is pretty okay. Why you did go like this? I am printing the M, right? I'm storing the data and I'm printing. Why is it timing out? This should not time out. I don't know, like, what the hell? The hell, man? Like, this is not expected. This is because of Java. I wanna see some discussions. But wrong answer. What the hell? 5, 8, 10. Where is my results? Not this. Did I get 5 at 10 as well? Does it have any way to know like which input I'm using? Okay, let's submit code. Not I don't think 5 at 10. My code passed in 5. It also passed in 8. I have no idea how to improve this code. Like, I've used the bare minimum of everything, and now I don't even know like how to improve this. I just stored the data right here, and then I used int, then I used K rotations. Yeah, I'm coming. And how to do this thing right now? 9, 10. I'm getting timeouts. Yeah, I know that. And I scored lower in this test, even though this code is the same. What the hell? So, what kind of operation is he doing? I think I have to try it out again. Right. Yes, I understand now. Okay, the rotation. How many rotations am I doing? It depends on that. Yes. So as you can see, this number of rotations. So if you have, all right. So if you have like three, okay, I understand now. If you have three, if okay, wait. If n is n is equals 3 and k is equals 3, right? In this case, you don't really have to rotate 3 times because that would be the same thing, right? So when it comes to the rotations, right, you have to rotate, like, if k is equals 4, you really have to rotate 1 time, right? So in this case, the number of rotations is not going to be k. It's going to be I think it can be a k. I don't know what this is called, but this is the remainder n. I think k remainder n. How about this? K remainder n, right? Yes, I think so. K remainder n. This is why my code is failing. I have to run k remainder n for k rotations, right? So k is the number of rotations. Let's go for this. K remainder n. Yes, this is what I need right here. This is why my code was failing, but now I hope it won't fail right now. Tell him to sit down. I'm coming. Wait. Okay. This is why my code was failing. And now, thank you to that guy for pointing out the problem. I did not think about this before. Like 10,000 rotations is a lot of rotations, right? I think it works. It should work now. Let's run the code. Yep, and let's submit the code right now. So this is how you debug. Like I thought my code was like really perfect, but it wasn't perfect. There's always something you can do to make it better. Alright, one timeout. 2 timeouts. Okay, there are 2 more timeouts. Freaking hell. Do I even expect anything? Like, how to reduce this? And test case 12. Well, we reduced 2 timeouts, and that I can say. You have to look at like these rotations. I think the rotations are taking away all the like timeout problem, right? So if you have 10,000 numbers, 10,000 numbers, and you are told to do like 999 rotations. In this case, you might have to do like all of those rotations to make them work. If you don't want to do that, you can do a reverse rotation. Are they trying to say that I should do a reverse rotation to like efficiently maximize my code? I can do a reverse rotation if I want to. In this case, I have to compare like to. Okay, so this code is not as easy as I thought. I thought it would be like really easy. This is where I started the stream, but now I have seen that this code is getting complicated and complicated. So as you can see right here, let's see. As you can see right here, these rotation 82,000, right? So this is, I don't know, like 100,000. Yeah, and this is 82,000. So if we instead do a, like, this is how many? And like 18,000. if we do a reverse, we can get away with an 18,000 rotations, and it should give you the same result. Right. So now we have to write a code for forward, the reverse, forward. This is getting really complicated. So this is the forward rotation. All right, my bad. The hell. This is the forward rotation. This is the reverse rotation. Right. Okay. So, how do I like choose between the two rotations, right? Let's say that we can go for the modulus, right? Like okay, reverse rotation for forward rot. This is int forward rotation and reverse rotation, right? And equals k, reverse rotation equals n minus k. How about this? Okay, so if right, if this is big, we do a forward rotation. No. If this is big, we do a reverse rotation. If this is big, then we do a forward rotation. How about this? Alright, if this is small, then we do a forward rotation. Alright, yes, let's do this. If this is smaller than reverse rotation, this is really nice. Right, and else come on, man. What the hell? Come on. Alright. So this is the reverse rotation we're talking about. How much time has it gone? 40 minutes. Okay. So in this reverse rotation, what we need to do is we need to move to the left. Okay. So to move to the left, what we do is we have the last integer to become. So everything needs to get reversed. The last one becomes the first. How about like we okay. We move. Okay, so let's like write this down. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really know if it works out, if it's working or not. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you're like moving to the left, then it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. So the first int. This is the first integer, right? First int is going to be like 0, always. Okay, so this is going to be 0, and for integers, like let's store this to 0. So 1 is going to be 2, right? So int I is equals 0, 0, I smaller than n, I plus plus. So equals n minus 1. Minus 1. AI is equals first integer, right? First int break. In this case, I become like plus 1. How about this one? I think it should work out for me. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this out. This is very hard, and I hope it works out. Let's see. What kind of inputs do I have? 3, 2, 3. Right. 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. 3, 1, 1. 2, 1, 2. Alright, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. This does not work. We did a reverse rotation. Else. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. How about this? How about we do an equal? How do I like, number of rotations and 3, yes. Does it even work? I don't know, like, what kind of theory did I spit out? Right, I'm going to like work on that later on. I don't have time right now. I will be coming back.